Brazil legalizes crypto as a method of payment. Brazil passed a law legalizing cryptocurrencies as means of payment throughout the entire country, giving a regulatory boost to the adoption of digital currencies and the expansion of the ecosystem. The document provides for the inclusion of virtual currencies and frequent traveler rewards from airlines in the definition of payment agreements under the supervision of the country's central bank. Why is this so important? Brazil, one of the largest economies in the world, are ranked in the top 10, number one in South America. The article goes on to say, it is currently the country with the most cryptocurrency ETFs in Latin America, and most of the country's major banks and brokers currently offer some type of exposure to crypto investments or similar services like custody or token offerings. After the law comes into place, it will be up to the executive branch of the government to determine the body or office in charge of supervising the matter. Robin, what are your thoughts on Brazil adopting cryptocurrency as a method of payment?
You want my thoughts in Portuguese, the native language of Brazil, or do you want my thoughts in English?
English.
Oh, thank you. Muchas gracias. Nah, in all seriousness, this is huge, man. You know what? I don't understand why it's not getting more and more coverage. This basically opens the door for central banks to help facilitate crypto as a form of payment. It basically ushers in liquidity to central banks. Now, why is that important? Because liquidity you have to hold. You have to have Bitcoin, or you have to have a crypto that is used for payment on the order books to provide to facilitate transactions. And so if the central bank is behind this and the businesses get behind it, then you're going to see a ton of crypto getting bought up at market price to facilitate these transactions. Nothing but good for adoption. I am dumb excited.
So, you might not understand the size and how important Brazil's economy is, right? You always hear of the U.S. and China, but Brazil is no joke. And if we take a look at the charts here, you can see kind of where their economy is going. The first chart on the left shows their inflation. And it looks like it peaked back in March, and it's been trending down ever since. Where on the other hand, the U.S. economy, our inflation rate, has continued to go up in that same time period. And on the very right-hand side, you see exports. It says exports remain a bright spot in Brazil's economy, going up 19.1% year over year in U.S. dollar terms. And so you can see here from 2018 to 2022, we've seen a rise in exports of Brazil, which of course is healthy for the economy, brings money into the economy. Robin, is accepting, we've seen El Salvador legal tender, right? And what it's done for their economy. Can we expect something similar to happen to Brazil's economy with this news?
Well, I'd actually like to argue that the El Salvador's Bitcoin arrangement, because they got into it on the way up of the bull market, has been looked at in a negative light. And so if you're thinking about getting into crypto, or say you're going to make your biggest move in crypto, the best time to do this is in the bear market. And what a better time than now, right? In the same way that we talk about, hey, great time to buy, it's a great time to scoop up liquidity. It's a great time to have crypto in your treasury, which we would hope would be the next step. Remember, as a treasury asset, as a issuing bonds, which we've seen in El Salvador with Bitcoin, that is the next major step. The huge catalyst is going to catapult our industry to well over $1 trillion market cap, and that's what I'm excited for, is to see what is the next step in this in Brazil's adoption of Bitcoin.
Here's what I want you watching. Here's what I want you to keep in mind. After Terra Luna imploded, Celsius imploded, Three Arrows imploded, Voyager went bankrupt, FTX went bankrupt, all the naysayers came out. Crypto is dead. Bitcoin is worth nothing. It's dead. I want you to take a look at what happens during bear markets. Adoption is continuing to grow. You have a top 10 economy in the world that is starting to adopt cryptocurrency as payment. So although we've seen negative things happen in the space, the technology has not changed. What cryptocurrency stands for has not changed. And here is Exhibit A. And so is this something, Robin, we're going to see? Okay, which scenario, in your opinion, is more likely to play out? People see Brazil do it and they just follow along? Or people take the wait and see approach, see how it works out for Brazil, what kind of impact it has on their economy, either negative or positive, and then make a decision at that point?
The latter, for sure. And you know what? The South American and Latin countries, Brazil, they've had their own monetary issues, and this could be an answer or a solution to some of the problems, at least when it comes to inflation and also the dependence on the U.S. dollar. And so, if you can, if your central bank can work without, can transfer economic value, can transfer, say, millions of dollars between central banks and to different markets without getting in and out of the dollar and saving them money. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? And so I think that's where we're going. So
is it safe to say, Brazil, you are dead center in the spotlight. It's all up to you whether we're going to see this adoption on a mass level globally versus just in a few countries?
Yeah, I think so. But
No
I don't
pressure.
think anybody's gonna hastily jump into Bitcoin. And also, got to think, Brazil has been building this out for a while. This isn't their first foray into crypto. And, you know, in comparison, El Salvador is all in on Bitcoin. This is all in on crypto. And so there are some...
You bring up a good point.
There are some cryptocurrency projects that are more well suited for the transaction of value, more on a large scale comparable to like Visa.
What comes to your mind, Robin? What are some projects that
XRP?
come to
You already
mind?
know that was coming, right? And so it ushers in the technology of blockchain, not just the idea of Bitcoin. So kind of two different ideologies between El Salvador and Brazil, but I think the Brazil route makes a little bit more sense given their economy size.
Brazilians, if you're watching, President of Brazil, if you're watching, our fate of adoption globally lies in your hands. Please do not mess this up. That'll do it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to join us Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for our daily live show. On behalf of myself and Robin, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.